Everybody falling in. Good day, good day. Good afternoon. How are you going today? I hope everybody had a blessed day, a good day. You know, how are you all today? It's been a while. It's been a while since I come on live. My thing is, what's going on with Kamla? What is going on with our Prime Minister? You know? Ja, have a blessed one. What is going on with Kamla? Kamla is... I don't know. That tweet that Kamla sent out today was... it was crazy. What is really going on with our Prime Minister? Love in the house. You know? This is the first time I've seen a Prime Minister that has blatantly just come out and just say how, you know, gang crime is done by Afro-Trinidadians and PNM constituencies. That is... honestly, the Prime Minister looked like she was on a burner account and she just saying what she had to say. This is things her supporters say on social media. Crime is done by Afro-Trinidadians. These are things that her supporters say on social media. That is crazy for the Prime Minister to come out and write that. Write that to our nation. That has to be one of the worst things a Prime Minister could do. You know, and the next thing she said was the PNM is funding crime. Their financiers are basically the mafia. It is... I ain't gonna lie. I don't know where it came from. It came very left field. It came very left field, and it will offend a lot of people. Her statements will offend a lot of people, and you can't be mad at it. You can't be mad at people being offended by her statements, because you see, one thing you never want to do is single out a race. Why would you single out a race? You know, you see, when things go into the division of race, and it has been like that in Trinidad and Tobago for so long. But as a Prime Minister, Kamla should be trying to unify the country together, instead dividing people within race. That it is not a good thing. It's not a good look. You know, it's not a good feeling. And I would really like to know who is advising the Prime Minister. Who is really advising the Prime Minister when she makes these statements? You know? When she's making these statements, who is advising her? You know? Either way, PNM, UNC, at the end of the day, we are Trinidadians. Right? This whole race talk is not something we should be having in 2026. We are Trinidadians, right? When the white man watch us, he watch all of us as black. He watching, oh, okay, he's a Douglas. He have a little mix in him. You understand? When the white man watch it, he watch all of us as black. So why we fighting on each other on this on race? Let's be Trinidadians, Trinidad and Tobagonians, and this to me is silly. It's real silly, and it really was not a good look for the Prime Minister at all. I ain't gonna lie, I don't rate the Prime Minister with this statement at all. I don't rate this division, the vision of the people, because it will just fuel more division and it will fuel more hate. We already have too much hate in this country. We have real hate in this country. You know? Didn't it? Especially as a Prime Minister, didn't it? Nah, she needs to do better. And she would think at the end of the day, yes, she has a support, and she does have her supporters. I don't see her supporters actually turning on her for these statements, eh? I do not see her supporters turning on her for these statements or saying that she's wrong, right? Because people believe what they want to believe, but a prime minister should not be pushing the vision. She's doing very good. I mean, hey, I do not know the woman. I can't say nothing about the woman. You understand? If you believe she's doing good, she's doing good. You understand? At the end of the day, one thing, I don't really like to push it. What she's doing in this statement here, in that statement she made, that is pushing the rhetoric of division, the rhetoric of Afro Trinidadians and Indo Trinidadians. You're separating a class of people. You're separating PNM constituencies, UNC constituencies. These are the constituencies with the crime, the PNM constituencies. I mean, let's be real, Shogunas. Shogunas is not PNM constituency, Shogunas a real crime. We need to do better. We need to do better. And again, she has her supporters, but I really hope, you see, I really hope that her supporters can really and truly, if you see something that she's doing that is wrong, let her know she's doing something wrong again. Remember, she is not, she's not going anywhere for what, 4 years? It's not even a year yet. She's prime minister. She is our prime minister. We need her to succeed for the country to succeed. So I do not wish anything bad on the prime minister, but I need the prime minister to do better. Right? And if you're wrong, you're wrong. If you're making statements which is wrong, statements that you as a prime minister shouldn't say, it is wrong. And she has advisors that are paid a lot of money, to advise her and go about how to go about the tweets she made, social media. None of her advisors could have tell her, ma'am, I think you shouldn't say this. I think let we edit this tweet. Let we edit this now. It ain't looking good. It ain't sounding good. People will read this a certain way. And this is what the Prime Minister, this is all I'm saying. The Prime Minister need to understand that simple thing. You understand? Very simple thing. Do not exclude people via race. Don't exclude people via race. Don't exclude people for the area that they're living in. This is one of the things I didn't like about the Zoso. Targeting certain areas. At the end of the day, we already in a SOE. We haven't perfected this SOE. This SOE has not been perfected. But the targeting of certain areas, it would just, hey, we need to do better. We just need to do better. We need to do better. I see some people sending some requests and things like that. You can send a request if you want to come up. But honestly, yeah, we just need to do better, man. When Dr. Umar said what he said, deceitful Trinidadians, he doesn't belong there. At the end of the day, I would, as I say, I not, she was voted in, she was placed there, right? She won the election fair and square. But you see, trends, what is popular at the time, and you see, what Trump is saying, and our prime minister, honestly, to me, she's very much a copycat. right? She's very much a copycat. That's none bad. I ain't saying none bad about the woman. She's very much a copycat, right? I think that she follows trends. She's seeing what Trump is doing and wants to follow the Trump order of things, you know? But it looking bad. It looking bad. And if the people are wrong, can't tell her separating or dividing the people of this nation is not a good thing. We can see on social media, I telling you the honest truth, on social media, it has a big divide, especially when it comes down to politics. Me as someone who actually talks about politics and critiques politics, me getting a team with a minister recently, and you know how these ministers is go. You follow with them, they want to send the whole media team at you. You send your media team. You send your media team. I set a butt accounts with no fee, something like that. The amount of times I could get called the N word in my DMs, you'll be surprised. You understand? You just look white. You's a You understand? It have a lot of hate in this country. A lot of hate in this country. And we see it on social media and it is being documented. These things are being documented every single day. It's being documented. The hate, the divide. And for the Prime Minister to come out and say this, the Prime Minister, something is wrong with the Prime Something is really wrong with the Prime Minister. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Something is wrong with our Prime Minister. Something is wrong with her. And if she can't see, if she can't see past dividing people, yeah, people will remember. People will remember. People have we tend to forget a lot in this country, but you see when you're attacking people in a certain way, people remember those things. You know? How we moving forward? I don't know, you know. I don't know. I don't know. This is the thing. This is the thing. For me, um, when a prime minister is sworn in, you should unify the country. This country doesn't seem unified to me. This country seems very much segregated and very much apart. You know, people walk around daily. We share the same culture, but the hate coming from somewhere. The hate is coming from somewhere. And if we don't get our hate under control, hey, we in problems in this country, you know. We'll be in serious problems. We'll be in really serious problems. Well, what you all think about it? What you all think about it? You all respect that statement by her? You all respect it? You know, am I reading too much into the situation? Because I didn't know. When I read that story, I said, wow, wow. For what any means necessary. Basically, the Prime Minister came out and said that crime and violent crime and gang crime is mostly done by young Africans within the PNM constituency. And she said also that the PNM basically the PNM funding crime. That's what she said. Basically, you know, crime is all over. And I gave that Shogunas. Shogunas is a high crime area and it is a UNC constituency. The crime, as you think about crime, unless you could get a hold on crime and you could actually stop people from or stop the future generations from understanding that crime is not a bad thing, because really and truly these community outreaches We don't really see that again, you know. We don't really see the whole police um police interventions with youth something anymore. So it becomes it's very confusing. We need to do more. Good day, King.
Hey, how are you, sir?
I'm gonna raise my volume a little bit. I hear you soft. Hey, how you going?
I'm alright, you know. I mean, again, I have to congratulate you. You've made many milestones so far. You've had politicians commenting on you. You've had Al Jazeera, on your doorstep, and you're relevant. So, to the
At the end of the day, I am nothing without the people. The people in viewing, the people in listening, you know. So I try to be humble and I just try to put my head down and just keep working now. Because you know the politicians don't like me.
no, well,
You
humility
know?
is a beautiful thing, and they should take a page out of your book and basically subscribe to that channel of humility, you dig?
Yeah.
But I mean, I ain't saying you're a perfect individual because
Never.
if people go back in your page, I've criticized you when you was coming wrong Zoe and all kind of thing and whatever. But as give Jack the jacket now.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I'm not too kind of out of touch because I'm outside, but um I just flashed on. I just was going through TikTok, scrolling, and I saw you online, and I just said, okay, yeah, I wanna join in, and I want to believe that you're talking about what's this man named Philip Alexander, or
Now
no?
I was talking about the Prime Minister actually.
Okay, cool.
So the Prime Minister came out and said that crime is done and violent crime and gang crime is mostly done by young African Trinidadians within the PNM constituency. What do you think about that?
Well, that's a real profane statement to make. Crime, in my opinion, like I am a Trinidadian at heart, so I live all over Trinidad. My
Mm-hmm.
my family from Point 14, Guayari. Um, I live in Talparo.
Right,
I live
right.
in Tacarigua. I live all over, bro. We are landing Cedros. I went all over. Once you're in a coastal region and you could receive, and when I say receive, you could receive drugs and guns, it will have crime.
Mm-hmm.
So let me don't play Calibe, don't have crime, brother.
Correct.
Let me don't pray, let me don't say Cedros don't have crime, brother. You understand? Let me don't say
The
drugs
next
and guns.
thinking, like this is our prime minister tweeting this out basically to the world, right? So she tweeted this out. This is what I'm saying, right? You are prime minister. You should try to. You already know it have a divide in this country. You shouldn't be trying to further the divide between Afro and Indo, right? At the end of the day, we are one people. We need to see ourselves as Trinidadians and Tobagonians instead of Afro Trinidadians and Afro and Indo Trinidadians. You
Correct.
know, so you should be trying to bring people together instead of you being the person to separate it. Because you go on any page right now, any crime page, anything like that. There are a lot of racism, and there are a lot of people who are spewing the same rhetoric. Crime is done by Africans.
You see, you see, it's just because we are living in Trinidad, we live in a myopia, we live under blinders. But you know, I have experienced racism in Cuba, Penal or whatever. And then I am living in Canada.
Right.
And I am around Cuba and people from Cuba and Penal, and they are receiving racism from Indians in Canada, from India and Pakistan.
Wow.
And then all of a sudden, all of we is one. and they're trying to distance themselves from those Indians. And anybody who has a problem with what I'm saying, I take full accountability. It's not this man's platform. Chance does not subscribe to my views. I am telling you my reality. Okay? There are Indians from Guyana and Trinidad in Canada that are not accepted by Tamil, Pakistanis, wherever, Hindustani Indians.
Yeah.
They're not accepted culturally or otherwise. So stop playing games. You're a Trinidadian Indian. You're a Guyanese Indian. Start to conform.
And this is what I say. We had to start to be one. The divide is going to make things worse for us as human beings. This race talk. You see, race is subject is up to is a touchy subject. Race is a touchy subject because as Trinidadians and as Caribbean people, we are really mixed. We are real mixed, though. I am really mixed, though.
I understand that we don't even really have to go into the mixed. It's just that we just have to go into humanity and understand we're sharing the same space.
Correct, is true.
So if we're sharing the same space, we should want the best thing for our existence collectively. It's not even about race. It's just about you might be living on rocks and I might be living on loamy soil.
Yeah.
But you might want what I plant from loamy soil, and I might want the minerals that come from the rocks. And we could coexist and participate in each other's well-being by trading with each other because we share in the same ecosystem, we share in the same space. And division is not going to help our existence.
Not at all.
Right? But division is something that is necessary for the colonizer. And you need to ask yourself, who is the colonizer? Right? It might not be any foreign entity, you know. But I'm just saying, why is division necessary? And at the end of the day, we should not get into party politics. We should be smarter thinkers and understand it's two parties and one government. And so therefore, the government is bipartisan.
But I wouldn't lie to you, King. You see, I think a lot of people go into this with party politics just it's like a football team to them. You know? They don't care what the party do once the party winning. And once the party in front, they don't care if the things of the party not benefiting them, their party in control. And you just have to keep yourself informed, understand certain things that your party might do. It might not be what you subscribe to. You are individual, and at the end of the day, we all want the best for Trinidad and Tobago. We all want the best for Trinidad and Tobago. And the best for Trinidad and Tobago is a government that cares about the people and really and truly wants to put their best foot forward and help the people of Trinidad and Tobago.
Well, I would just interject and say, I still want to say I commend the government. Even though I am criticizing it, I commend the government for still having, for still making me have access to an individual like you who has a voice.
Yeah.
So we have to thank God that they have not become. Yeah, they have shut you down, bro. We gotta thank God for that.
I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes there's make no wonder, you know.
And brother, and understand Brother, that politician who talk about you, he big you up more, boy.
Now, I don't study them kind of thing. I just didn't want to
No,
go into
no,
the
no, no. But
mudslinging.
what I'm saying
Yeah.
is, I want to ask you a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like, okay, it's a question. Duplicitousness. How you interpreted that? How you interpret someone to be duplicitous?
Explain a little more to me, for me.
Double-tongued.
Mm-hmm.
Say one thing, say one thing there. Say one thing, so say next one too. Brother, it's two parties, one government, brother. If it was real war, it would have be confusion, it would have be 6 and 7 killing. Like you would have be 6, I would have be 7, and we killing each other. The whole country killing each other, you know.
Yeah.
Is I saying, and this is controversial, and as King Krong say that I'm an artist at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me, brother. It's by design. And we shouldn't get emotional about it. We should just think about our self-interest. You understand? We should think about
I understand what you're saying.
not self-interest. We should think of our collective interest.
Collective interest, yeah.
You know what I mean? But when you get divided by race and all this bullshit, and 50% of the country Douglarize and Chinese and well, it's only have certain people who are really mixing too much, but they're still mixing. Come on, Trinidad is a beautiful place.
And this is what we have to keep remembering is our multicultural heritage and culture that makes Trinidad and Tobago different from other countries.
Right.
So we need to embrace that, and and you see, sowing division. That's what I want to tell the Prime Minister. Sowing division between the people, you're not helping. You're not helping.
And I want to tell the Prime Minister she will get more traction by going forward with cohesion.
Correct.
Helping black communities, uniting black communities and Indian communities. You understand? Sewing a fabric that could.
I love that. I love that statement.
Yes,
sewing a fabric.
A fabric that could feed the nation, literally. Because food security is still an issue. I was a farmer in Trinidad as well too. I come from an engineering background, and I come from a finance background.
Somebody said facts remain that criminal elements derive mostly from certain areas.
Criminal elements derive from certain mentalities.
Correct.
And what you see,
and I think we could all agree to that. It's not the area. They are great people. They are great people in areas that have a low vibration. You know?
Exactly.
And I want to say low vibration. You know? So
we have
great people. You'll find great people everywhere in this country.
We have heard of certain prominent businessmen getting shot in Westmorelands.
Mm-hmm.
We have heard of prominent businessmen getting shot in Valsin. And we're talking about people that are outside of the African demographic, you know.
And it's true.
So
and it's true.
We have heard about people have groceries in Deep South with cocaine in the fish that they own. Right?
That is also considered
factual thing, you know. I talk about factual things.
Yeah, and that is.
This is not emotional.
Drug crime is also crime, gang-related crime as well.
No, I'm just saying.
Yes. I know what you're saying. But so I'm just letting them know. Yes.
They position themselves where they are absolved from the grunt work, and they just receive. Right? Yeah. So let us not go down into this naivety where we want to blame all the problems of Trinidad on people of African descent. That is an ignoramus, ignorant type of mentality.
And this is what we need to get out of, that mentality. But King, let me bring up somebody else, right? Thank you for your statements and everything you said so far. Beautiful. Right? We will link again, okay?
No problem.
Aye, man. Right here from the youth. You know? Daniel, how you going?
Yeah, doing good, I'm doing good.
As a youth man, what do you think about Kamla's statement today?
It is absolutely atrocious.
Hmm.
It is just a seed that has been sown of division. I already saw comments on certain Instagram pages, and I say, oh Lord, it's that.
You see, when you say that too, it's that. Because that's how I felt as well too. I said, she really did that? She really went there?
Yeah, boy.
This is something, I mean, this is something you see on social media forums in the comment sections. I do expect the Prime Minister to say something like this.
Yeah, boy.
So she lost me. She lost me when she said that. I had to call my mother and ask my mother, "Hey mom, the Prime Minister good? Auntie Kamla good?" She laughing. Because I wanted to know, something have to be wrong with this lady to say something like that.
Yes, and this coming off the backing at the big strong claim that she made, you know what I'm talking about? The day before, yesterday, when she made the claim about the Zozo bill.
Yeah.
What was that called? You see that? Yeah, you can't just come out and make claims like that and just leave it hanging there.
Yeah.
You can't do that. It's not a climax to a movie.
Yeah. I blame, I don't only blame the Prime Minister for that statement. You see her advisors?
Yeah.
I blame them as well too. Whoever is advising the Prime Minister needs to be fired. She needs to change her team. She really needs to change her team, because that is not a statement that Prime Minister should be making. That's not even a statement that opposition leader should be making.
Correct. And Lord, I don't have the I doesn't have the words sometimes to describe it, because it'll just be so shocked. It'll just be so shocked. Right? And I want to know why this lady liked X so much. It was something called the Office of the Prime Minister, where there's really statements from.
Yeah, right now she's utilizing Twitter. And this is why I'm saying she's behaving a lot like Trump.
Yeah, correct.
And I find, I said this earlier, I believe the Prime Minister is a copycat. You know, she has copycat mentality, and she's behaving a lot like Trump recently.
Yeah.
Not caring about the statements that she's making, because I want to warn the Prime Minister, think about your legacy. You are the first female Prime Minister in this country.
Yeah, boy.
Just think about your legacy. You know, think about not your legacy as a UNC, as UNC leader, you know. Think about your legacy as the Prime Minister of this country. The Prime Minister of this country is the Prime Minister for everyone.
Correct.
Everyone. Black, white, red, Chinese, Indian.
Correct.
Don't sow disconnect between people. Please.
Correct.
Don't sow disconnect between people.
But I don't like, you see, I have no problem with you coming out. I applaud them, right? One thing that I could make this statement, right? That they're not afraid to make a statement, right? But don't make a statement and just disappear like Houdini. When they make a statement, put context behind it.
Put context behind it. Come with
facts.
Come with facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, and try to, you have to bring things in a way that you could understand. Bring it, contextualize it.
Yeah, because you can't just be saying this and drop the mic and go. You're leaving everybody else who heard that statement to just go into a state of speculation.
And this is what making a post on Twitter could do.
Correct.
That's like me just make a vague TikTok video, and it teetering in between, so in disconnect,
Correct.
and I just leave it as it is. I just move on with my day. And yeah, the Prime Minister needs to do better. I really hope that she could do better. Again, if the people around her,
Yeah, but the end advising she to be so good now.
even like some of her ministers, something like that, I don't know if they're afraid her or something like that. But these people are not they are all themselves.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
this
it is
is
weird.
the
It's
first
weird.
time I ever hear a prime minister talk so little bit when in government. Like I've never seen a prime minister of a nation not address the citizens in that manner. Like you're barely talking,
Same.
you're barely speaking, and like the ministers had to talk on your behalf, and them barely talking for their own selves as well.
But this is the thing, like, and this is the problem. They are barely saying anything. Then they get vexed when the citizens saying stuff. You know, they get vexed when the citizens are saying or talking up, but they're not talking. So people will turn to hear what citizens have to say because they are not getting it from you all whatsoever.
I don't know if the country have an autopilot button. I don't know. But
And then I'm telling you, many of them just get mad at me. But if people are not hearing it from you all, they will turn to individuals like myself to get information from them.
yeah, because you are the people who run in the country. Our lives and the palm of your hands. And you're not even doing what you're supposed to. What are we to do?
Yeah, and this is why I just saying do better. Do better. Like do better. We need this government, and I'm saying it again so people do understand. People understand and not fighting down this woman and not fighting down our government. We need this government to do good as citizens of Trinidad and Tobago
Yeah.
for our future to be secure. People don't understand this. We wishing bad against the government is foolish.
Correct.
But damn sure people need to keep them accountable.
Yes, and they see that where the problem lies, right?
Yeah.
Anytime you keep them accountable, it's automatically the rival. You know what where I'm coming from, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It have nothing to do with sides here. It's just logic.
And apparently, apparently a lot of people they see this as a like a football match. It's two-side.
Nah,
Manchester Chelsea. You understand? And you pick a team and you rock with your team. It's not like this. It's not like that in politics. In politics, it comes down to policy in the individuals and if the person is functioning properly.
correct. And
I've been honest with you here, guys. They ain't really functioning really. They ain't really functioning properly at all.
they're functioning good.
Yeah, they ain't functioning properly because I am wondering to myself, is the Prime Minister okay?
Sometimes I just think she disappears sometimes because I tell you, we don't hear her, we do not. It just take
Yeah.
like the rain just have to fall for a specific amount of days or something, and then like she just come and talk. I don't know.
I know this be confused myself. And I'm hoping this is again, I just hoping that she is in control of Trinidad and Tobago and someone is not tweeting for her. Because as I said, I've never seen a woman in this manner before. That is weird. So I'm hoping that her advisors are not tweeting on her behalf. It isn't a cabal 2.0 running the country for her.
I don't know.
I hoping so because
the way does be looking like if these people is just the cover to the entire book, innit?
yeah,
I've been really
it's scary. It is scary.
Yes. It looking like that.
Well, I wishing the Prime Minister well. You know,
Yeah, I wish he will.
just do better, man. Just do better. The people of this country need you to unite the people and not sow division.
Correct.
You know, that's what we need.
Because I doesn't like to get up in the morning. First thing I wanna check social media. I have to be criticizing something. No.
Hey, I would love to do something. I want to make some nice news, you know.
Yeah.
I want to do something positive. I wouldn't lie. It doesn't have these things. It doesn't really have these kind of
No.
stories breaking.
Every day is just something to criticize. I've been
I want to
really.
do a library open up, you know. Invite me. I will come. If they call me and invite me to some new sport complex opening up, I will go.
Yeah, do
But
something.
for some reason, it's just these things that's be highlighted over and over and over. And as someone who commentates on the news, they are not making it hard for me at all. They're making it quite easy. Like, what kind of craziness is this? Like what is really going on?
When they get up in the morning and they check what happened. Oh God, I expect
Madness
that.
all over again. It's just like
Yeah,
it's like what's really going on? Like this country is falling apart.
yeah, you don't know what to, you don't know what to go and
Somebody
clarity.
sabotaging the scene. We had to find out who. We really had to find out who it is. But somebody sabotaging the scene.
I telling you, I do not have word. All these words, all these discussions we be having, this talk we having here. I had to think hard to come up with words in it because I have no words. I'm empty. I'm speechless. I'm speechless because it doesn't make no sense why this happening. It have no reason for this to happen, but it happening. Why?
Yeah, it happening. It happening. And at the end of the day, the only way it will stop happening if our supporters, and I'm talking to our supporters now, you all have to hold your prime minister accountable.
Yes.
You all have to hold your leader accountable because at the end of the day, we are Trinidadians and we are Tobagonians. This division not helping us as a people whatsoever. So you all have to hold your leader, your political leader, accountable.
But please put party aside, race aside, whatever aside, and just think what is in the best interest of the country and yourself, and hold them accountable.
Yeah,
Because
most of we mix up like a callaloo, you know.
yeah,
Most of we mix up like a callaloo.
boy,
We just need to do better.
just hold them accountable. That is all. Let's put party aside because party not going and save you from an economic collapse. That not
Correct.
going and do that.
Again, we see how the country going already. We already had to borrow $1 billion US
Yeah, and
just to run the country.
you
Like
hear what I say?
what
And
is
that's
it?
what they say. How they're not going on. This not going and be on the next administration or next government to come to pay it back. I hear they say something like that. They're going and clear it up in the 5 years, I think.
You see, to clear it up in the 5 years, we had to be producing something. We can't clear it up in the 5 years by taxing the citizens.
I know what to say about reproducing
He's the same
taxes.
one who came out and said a country cannot be prosperous by taxing the citizens.
You know, just last week I went back and looked at all them things. I just went back and searched on social media for everything that she see, all the promises.
This person who write up is only Afro-Trinidadians committing crime in Trinidad and Tobago. I pray for you, buddy. I pray for you. I really pray for you. You know, I really no. I'm being honest. I pray for you. I pray for your salvation and things like that. It's sad that you see the world in that manner. You know. Again, crime is a mentality.
Correct.
You know. I pray for you, buddy. I really pray for you. I really hope that you see the world in a better light. You know. You need to go around and walk around Trinidad and Tobago. Experience Trinidad and Tobago, man.
Hey, I do think when I turn eligible to vote, I will ever be voting. I've been real because I do see within the next 10 to 15 years anything different coming. Same tribalism, same tactics over and over recycle it. I don't see.
It is a sad thing. It's a sad thing. But Daniel boy, I'm gonna keep this live short, guys. I'm gonna keep this live short. I have 10% on my phone. And I'm out. I'm not home. On the road. So I wanna keep this live short. So guys, I will keep you all informed on what's going on as usual. And everybody have a good evening and we'll catch back up again. I'll pop back in every once in a while and keep you all updated on our live, man.
Right.
Alright, man. Everybody have a good one.
Yeah, man.